fighting out of Georgia Pro MMA. Now, he did lose his last fight, but before then, he was on that 3-fight win streak, might I add. He's got that Kung Fu style, he said.
I like those styles.
Hapkido, you know what that is?
I do.
Okay.
They're always really surprising. They're from the naked eye, you would think they're kind of flashy. But I would relate it, now, don't hate me if I'm wrong, but I would relate it to like a Taekwondo, if you will, but a little more flashy, a little more movement, if you will.
That's not what I got from his film. Go ahead, I'll tell you.
The guys that practice that I have seen kind of remind me of that Michel Pereira. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
I could see that. He's almost more so like Alex to me. I feel like he's more of like standing straight up, straightforward type of guy, in my opinion. At least from one of the fights that I watched. I don't remember which one it was.
It takes a special person to be able to be successful at that kind of style.
Sure.
Like you gotta have a chin because you're so straight up.
Yes.
But you also would think that they would capitalize on long straight strikes.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited because that sounds like a striker.
The big thing in this fight is going to be the 6-inch height advantage. Well, knuck if you buck. Here comes nasty Nate Williams fighting out of Wildside MMA.
You come out to knuck if you buck, you better turn up, baby.
Especially in Jackson, Tennessee, because this is Jackson's song.
Man.
Everybody goes crunk. I mean, normally Ryan Collins is losing his mind right now.
He's a little preoccupied right now. Be all right.
Now, Nate Williams, 1-0. His last fight was in March of last year, so it's been a little while for him.
Develop a little bit.
Again, we're going to see this 6-inch height advantage for Kenny Harden, and he's got that experience side as well, 3-1 versus the 1-0. But thing to take about Nate, the wrestling. This dude is fierce in his wrestling. He always likes to have a good time as well. I'm throwing that out there. I was in the locker rooms earlier, and he was just smiling, having a good time, and he was next on deck. But he's just like, man, it's whatever.
Georgia Pro so far tonight has surprised me.
Yeah.
Wildside's always game though, so I'm really excited for this.
I think this is a really good matchup between the two guys. Now, there was like a weight clause stipulation in the agreement of this fight, so Kenny really couldn't even rehydrate till this morning.
Ooh.
He was 155 this morning. Had to be 155.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is set for 3-minute rounds.
Depending on what he walks at, that might play a factor for sure.
When the fight begins, the man in charge, referee Yona Israel. And now introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 145 pounds, from Canton, Georgia, representing Georgia Pro MMA, the naturalist, Kenny Harden. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 145 pounds, from Clarksville, Tennessee, representing Wildside, Nasty Nate Williams.
We had Mick Nasty, now we got Nasty.
I gotta keep up with my nicknames.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Now, I did say in my notes to look for Nate to implement some sweeps and use that left hook to close distance. And right away, he's putting that pressure on, trying to take that 6-inch advantage out of the question.
He's got a hard low kick.
Dude, he's so strong. He's got power for a little guy.
And look who's on top, though. Wow. Okay. Now let's see how he works from bottom. If he's a grappler, he knows what to do. He's getting that left frame in. That's good.
He's squeezing.
Yeah. Maybe trying to suffocate him a little bit, get some wind out of him.
Nate's a tank, though, man.
Man, he is.
He's stocky.
That low kick was naughty.
Yeah, it was.
Kenny's doing well with his hips, like I've been talking about all night. That's the stuff that I wanted to see from the other fighters. He's keeping his hips low, keeping his weight on Nate.
Yep, 100% agreed.
And you said Kenny's more of a striker, if you will, yeah?
That's what I thought. And even at the weigh-ins, he had said, be ready for blood, be ready for war. Not necessarily this is what I was expecting, but I mean, it's a good position for him, especially after seeing maybe what the power looked like from Nate Williams. Yona Israel's already telling him, do some work or I'm standing it up. So maybe we'll see a little bit more on the ground here.
a lot of people have different opinions about the ref, getting involved in that, but
Sure.
you can't just be stagnant on the ground.
I've heard Joe Rogan say,
Yep.
like, you should never stand it up. It's a fight.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's not a street fight.
It's also
You know what I mean?
entertainment.
Yeah, it's
This is an
entertainment.
entertainment industry.
100%. Nate's doing everything right.
That's what I was about to say.
I'd like to see Kenny settle in, though. Settle in. Calm down a little bit.
I mean, it looks like he's starting to get a little bit of his feet under him. He endured the pressure from Nate early in the fight. Now let's see if he can start to establish the range, establish the striking.
Yeah, so now seeing Kenny, it's not the Michelle Pereira guy. That style.
Again, it's more like Alex,
yeah,
right?
100%.
Straight up.
Straight up. Southpaw stance, too.
And he switches back and forth.
I love that. That's my fave. Good feints with the rear hand. People need to utilize that more.
Good inside leg kick as well. Inside calf kick.
Nice straight.
And look at those straights.
2-1.
He's got a really good, striking background, it seems like. Nate's a little wild with the head movement. It's not necessarily very calculated. He ducked twice, but look, he got under that strike and clinched right up.
But Kenny's doing right. He's doing good with the whizzer. And doing good with his little hip toss, if you will, but right into the guillotine.
Oh, straight into the guillotine.
Yeah.
There's only about 6 seconds left or so. Can he hang on?
Hang on, my man. Nah, I don't think he has it. He's
No,
more in a
he's
head and arm
good.
position. We're good.
We're going to
Nice.
see round 2 after the intermission.
A little back and forth right there.
So
both of them seem calm, though, so hey.
what I like about Kenny, man, health nut.
Oh, yeah?
Man,
Okay.
so I follow, on Facebook after I book these guys. I want to know about them as much as possible. Big into, making his own infused waters, if you will, and all about nutrition, man. Just like last week, he was 155 cut already. So he takes his weight cut really seriously and tapers down, at a rate to where it's manageable. He's not dying in the sense,
So
right?
what we said beforehand with the claws, him having to weigh in this morning, I guess.
He messaged me and was like,
Might
man,
not-
I want to start rehydrating now, please.
Might not mess with him then if he stays, lower with the weight, or if he manages it well. We'll see.
But this is his first time at 145, I believe,
Okay,
too. He may
okay.
have done the catch weight at 150, but, he made 145 with these. I believe he was 145 on the dot.
Here we go, round 2.
The height advantage isn't playing in as much as I thought it would. Nate's doing a great job of slipping the punches, getting inside, and landing big shots.
So it's weird, though. We see Kenny going 2-1, rear hand, front hand. That's really what Nate needs to be doing to close the distance.
Doing that step through, right?
Step through with the 2, with the counter jab. Man, he's got a naughty jab on him. Kenny does. He's got
he's
a really
finding
good
that
jab.
chin, finding the nose every time,
Super
straight down the middle.
composed, too. Yeah.
That was a quick little combo. One leg kick.
If Nate wants to stick with the low kick, he needs to set him up with his front hand.
I feel like Kenny is being a little hesitant in his striking because he's anticipating the takedown,
Wow, nice takedown defense, boy.
Oh, but Kenny's getting them squared away. He's getting them backed up against the cage, but Nate, great job with closing in that distance.
So far, Kenny's been doing really well with the takedown defense, and right when I say that, we get a takedown. But he's in a good position right here, though.
But it also kind of looked like Kenny made the takedown happen. Like he dropped into it.
Yep.
But man, he looks good. He's looking over at his coaches
in a good
like,
position. He's got
what do I do?
a hook in. He could use his right leg to start getting a butterfly hook in, but he's doing everything right now. Yep.
2 high IQ fighters, in my
for
opinion.
sure.
And look at Nate walking the fighter
to the cage.
over to the corner, over to his corner.
That's experience right there. He might only be 1-0, but he knows where he needs to get. Again, with that overhook that we've seen multiple guys get caught with today in the head and arm, at least get threatened with an arm triangle. I'd like to see him get the frames in more. So these kind of positions and like you gotta inflict damage. You can't just get a takedown. You know what I mean? You can't just hold them there. So far, right now, the damage is gonna go to Kenny. Got to work.
I would agree with that.
Yona keeps telling him too.
Yona's not afraid to make people
Not
work.
at all. Yona's been in the game for decades.
Yeah, longer than I've been alive. 100%.
Maybe he heard us because he's starting to work now.
Hit him in the face, too.
10 seconds left in round number 2.
He's waving at the girls in the crowd. Gotta love it.
I mean, I like Nate, man. I like the character that he's got.
Going into round 3. I think it's a pretty even fight right now.
Ken doesn't look like impressed with himself. He looks like he's upset with his performance so far. Every time he's walked to the cage, it's a dead face, shakes his head like he's disappointed.
Real stoic, if you will.
But I mean, it's probably because he's looking for the finish. He wants, to engage, and he's having to deal with the wrestling over and over and over again from Nate. I mean,
I think he's doing good, though.
I think he's doing great.
I mean, he's stuffed the majority of the takedowns thus far, except for that last one, I think. And then in the first round, he was on top.
Yep.
So,
no, I mean, I think Kenny's doing a great job. I think Nate's doing a great job. This is a super close fight. I mean, to start back the card.
yeah, another evenly matched card, if you will. Excuse me, evenly matched fight. Get my man a bench, a stool.
Give him a knee or something.
Round 3, here we go. I think it's pretty even thus far. So it's going to be a hard one to score if we don't get a finish. Oh, he wanted that knee right there.
So, interesting stat. Ooh, big takedown from Nate. Way to continue to follow
get
through.
His hips back,
Look
though.
at him, and he goes right to the back. But a big shot by Kenny Harden.
This is
relentless with the wrestling.
This is one of those things, you know what he's coming to do. Can you stop it?
In my opinion, this is how you can tell when somebody has wrestled competitively versus just knowing wrestling in an MMA gym. Again, shout out to like Josh Ward, again, over at Wildside, but was a high school wrestler, and I believe also wrestled in college maybe, but Nate, same kind of deal. Wrestled through school, and you can tell by the background, able to chain those takedowns over and over and over again.
Relentless. If you fail, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going.
Yes.
Yep.
100%
That also says a lot about his endurance, because that's not easy. But you got to inflict some damage. You can't just hold a body lock on top.
For sure.
And I think he heard me again.
As I was saying earlier, right before all those takedowns happened, in Georgia, there's no striking to the head when you're on the ground.
Oh, man.
So this is a new thing for Kenny, in my opinion, if he hasn't done that in the gym, right? He's only fought in Georgia so far.
He's working well off his back.
The other thing is they wear shin guards as amateurs in Georgia as well.
Kenny's got to get to his side, get his legs activated, try to get a knee shield in, get his feet in the hips, something.
I mean, it looks like he's starting to try and like work the legs up some, but a big posture and some good shots.
Oh, you got an opportunity for a sweep right
He's
there.
out to the back. Look at that.
Now you need to settle in, calm down, maintain the position, and inflict damage. Whatever you do, don't jump the back though.
If I'm Kenny, I'm just unloading. I'm not waiting.
You got to go.
Nate's not doing anything. I'm unloading.
You never know how the judges are going to score someone with takedowns and no damage, so you just got to go.
Yona is telling them to work.
I like that, though. Thank you, Yona.
Especially in the third round.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's what we want to see. Kenny's doing really well with this position.
Yes,
though.
I agree. North-south position now. Good back wraparound. Looks like he's going for...
I think he just wants the Dagestani handcuff right there. So he can
big body shots from Kenny Harden right now. You know those wear on you.
Keep doing it, Ken. Keep doing it.
We're on that gas tank.
Yep.
You know about the gas tank, Jerry Travis.
You know I do, baby.
Keep riding his hip. Ride the hip, roll your body towards
That right there, holding on the ankle, you can flatten him out like
That's
that.
huge.
He's doing good, yeah.
Relentless wrestling now from Kenny Harden, trying to finish this fight out on
He's trying
top.
to inflict the damage, and that right there, I feel like that, if anything, should...
In the judge's eyes.
Yes, absolutely, because his opponent wasn't doing too much of that when he was getting the positions. Good fight.
We
Good
finished
fight.
the round. We finished the fight. 3 rounds. We go to the Georgia judges' scorecards. Boy, sometimes it's hard to get the words out.
Good
Let
scrap.
me tell
Good
you.
scrap. I don't know how to call that one, and I'm not going to try.
Super close.
Yeah.
Last time you did it, you were wrong.
I was. The only thing that I can say is I feel like Kenny has the #1 criteria for the scoring, which is damage.
Sure.
I didn't see too much of that from
Sure.
Nate. I thought that he was holding position more, and I'm not going to say stalling, but I don't have a better word right now.
Sure.
So I think Kenny was winning the damage aspect,
Yeah,
if you
and
will.
I liked Kenny at this weight class. I think 145 looks good on him. I would like to see maybe a little bit more speed, but the energy and the movement from Nate was a factor there. But
Yeah, Kenny seemed a little tentative,
Yes.
but he was picking his shots, and I like that.
I love
if
it.
you're going to pick your shots, most of them are landing on the feet, so hey,
that's
I ain't
how you
mad
can
at
tell
it.
you're a little bit seasoned. You train, whenever you're actually able to decide when to throw instead of just throwing for the win.
Who you got,
dancing.
Brandon? Who you got?
I'm bad at this.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. That's going to be a hard one to score.
It is. I think you have to look at the wrestling. You have to look at the ground control. That was the biggest thing. Not a lot of striking, a lot of ground control. So who inflicted the most damage? Of course, that's number one.
Number one.
And then the duration. Who had the most ground control? I wish I had stopwatches here so I could tell you.
I feel like the ground control might be a little even.
It was
though.
even.
Yeah, because Kenny had the first round, and then he ended the third with it. So that's going to be a tough one, man.
Well, we're about to find out. Here's Richard with the
Ladies and
decision.
gentlemen, both these fighters fought all 3 rounds. Give them a loud round of applause. We go to a judge's decision. And your winner by split decision, Nasty Nate Williams.
Split decision.
There you go.
Nasty Nate Williams gets it done. I'm not mad at it.
Nah, I mean, as a fighter, I want to see more damage, but he did what he had to do. He was going against a taller guy, a longer guy. Good job by both
You said
guys.
that right.
Absolutely.
It was tough.
Kenny
That was
did
a
really good
fight from
on the
both
feet
of
for
you.
sure.
Sorry I didn't give it up till you tell you who won when you asked there. But man, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Anyways, I do still agree that the fans won on that one. That was a really good fight. What'd you do to prepare for this fight?
That's a hard question for me to answer. Short of everything but kill myself. I was in there day in, day out. That's how we do it at Wildside. We stay ready. We're war ready. We're a whole bunch of dogs. We might not be the best, but we sure are the toughest.
With the height difference, was it in your plan to go to the ground?
Actually, no. I wanted to throw some hands. I just like to fight. I didn't imagine a place I was going to be. I just knew I was going to be here. That's all I needed.
Well, you sure fought there, man. Congratulations. You got any shout-outs you want to give?
Shout out to my team. Shout out to Bryce for cornering me last second. Most importantly, shout out to God. And shout out to my family for having my back.
Congratulations again, man.
I got to give him
And
the
shout
benefit
out
of the
to
doubt
these
that
fans.
he has less
the first one.
experience, so, he did what he had to do. It was a
Definitely.
good job.